carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line.
Back at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
36-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Come on, D. 58 to Mike. Hey, 626. I got you.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis there to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
That's the score. Packers 7, Ravens nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Justice Hill. And he'll bring it back all the way.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Tyler Irvin on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
We never know just when it's our time. The legends are gone and we don't know why. So before they go, look, can't go toast. Give them a rose, but they still alive. I'm feeling like, well, I feel like
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something to try and get this running game going.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 76 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Throwing is Rodgers. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers escaping the pressure, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point try now for Crosby. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Room here to run. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Pulls it in at the 13. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, fit me for a neck brace, partner. 1 kickoff return in one direction for a touchdown, and the other one, they almost broke going back the other way.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Jones has it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw once more. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got Lewis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Let's go, baby.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
21 apiece. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable and in a lot of ways unfamiliar spot because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today, it's almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck and disrupt the timing that we're seeing.
As we get closer to halftime here. And obviously not fooling any. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded near the back of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. Two of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Mike 48. It's just me and you. 50. Hey, you can get at it. 48 Mike. Watch the curl. Can I do it? Slam.
And that'll set him back 5. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. And the Ravens
with a juke. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
47-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And it's 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. And again, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out. And the Packers have moved out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The tackle made.
31 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 31 yards.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, that time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they're able to work this to the 25 before